Hi, my name is Carrie Lee, and I'm very blessed. And thank you very much to the Soul Rich Women to invite me for this interview together with Janicia. Ladies out there are not to be afraid to be failed or anything, but just try whenever what. Like even when the opportunity comes, to grab it and don't leave it, and work every best to the best of your ability and with your heart, with a passion. When you move a platform, when you move your first step, you must deliver to the last, and don't give it up.
A strong and independent woman is something to behold. She pays her own bills, buys her own things, and she doesn't let a man affect her stability or self-confidence. She is a soul-rich woman. Are you ready to be rich doing what you love? Be on purpose and in control of your life again. At For Women Who Love the F-Word podcast, we will be openly talking about getting more clients online, getting recognition as the leader and female entrepreneur, and also the F word, being fabulous, having freedom, and financial independence. It's time to own and love the F word. Welcome to the show. Welcome to Soul Rich Woman for women who love the F word, being fabulous, having freedom, and financial independence. My name is Janicia Alora, founder of Soul Rich Woman TV. Today we have a really special guest sitting next to me. She is the international winner of Miss Chinese Cosmos in 2004, and right now a really famous, iconic figure in Malaysia, being the pageant organizer, events organizer, and of course doing women empowerment work through her beauty products and the things that she do. So Carrie, would you like to introduce yourself?
All right. Hi, my name is Carrie. I'm actually the organizer and the founder of Miss Cosmo World, and I'm in the past that I'm actually running Miss Chinese Cosmos for the past 12 years, which is from the Phoenix TV. So slowly I penetrate into women business and sports business.
Oh, sports business as well.
Yes, because in the past, before I joined the beauty pageant, I'm actually a sportswoman. So so this is something new to a lot of people, because when people look at me today, they think that I'm just beauty, feminine, high tea. That's scriptures. So actually in the past I am a sportswoman. So just because of that, that's makes me to join in a beauty pageant in the year 2004 successfully. Very lucky and blessed that I won the title in Hong Kong, representing my country, Malaysia. So that it gives me the opportunity, because a lot of people that have the wrong perceptions, in the sense that for women or ladies from beauty pageant, they cannot be a lady boss, or they cannot be to pursue further for their goal in terms of their career and all that. So after that, in the year 2005, when I was 20, I started my first business. So that was my first office in Hartamas. So that I run events and all that. Slowly been running the entire event on my whole journey for the past 10 years, 12 years. So then I penetrated into women business, sports center, nail spa, nail salon, massage, and then all that, into online business as well. So yeah, I think everybody needs a platform. So when you go through the platform, you never know until you try and step forward for what is your next step and all that. So I consider myself very blessed.
So when you're running all your pageant, your platform, and your other businesses, what would you consider being a woman of influence?
Our women of influence are actually most of the time that I think that I just do my part and I just share my story with others, because a lot of people, a lot of women they didn't expect it themselves to start when they're young. So, and I believe that a lot of things you must try. It's okay to fail. Wow. Because that so long that when you fail, you learn from all of the mistakes. So that is why that I think that you have to try no matter what. Whether you believe in yourself or not, you still have to try. So I think that with my sharing, maybe it will influence others, because that I'm a person that I am pretty brave, in a sense that started my own company when I was 20 years old with no financials background and all that. So I just do it, and I last until now, within 12 years.
Yeah, so I'm really curious. You said that you started at 20. I mean, how about your education? What were you starting at that point in time?
All right. Yeah, that was the moment that I really struggled with myself, whether that you want to pursue your goal for your studies. Because I have a scholarship in Paris, like 7 years. I have to study for engineering and architect, but 7 years I have to, like, in order to pay back the company.
Yes.
Like, it's from high tech company. Like, it's a 14 years contract, but I didn't take it. Yeah, when I was a teenager, I didn't take it. Like, otherwise, till now. And I still have to work and pay back, like, whatever things that
bond.
which is the bond of the contract and the things that have been helped me, like, give me the scholarship. So I didn't take it, but I joined the beauty pageant when I was 18 and 19. I won the international one, and when I come back, I set up a company. So I chose to give up the studies, and that's how I started my first company when I was 20. And slowly penetrates into other businesses as well. So that is a choice that you have to make, because everyone have a choice. Like, if you take this, what is the consequences? And you can learn for yourself in a sense that, because I myself, I don't learn, like, I never learned Mandarin before, but I run in the beauty pageants, like Chinese Cosmos.
Yes.
Slowly, initially it's only Malaysia, but slowly penetrates to Southeast Asia. But I can learn myself, like, people notice me when I speak in front of camera, and I said I want to learn Mandarin if I can. So the Chinese, like, in Jinan University in Beijing as well as in Guangzhou, they offer me the scholarship. So then I went to China, Guangzhou, because it's next to Hong Kong. So then I can speak in Cantonese as well, because it's very near Hong Kong, because Hong Kong is actually my base, like, back then in 2004. So then the only thing that I learned is actually just Mandarin. It was the intensive course, but the choice that I made in my life is that I give it up, like, my university, and I chosen my career. I chosen a faster path, because at the end, whatever things that you have learned in university, yeah, it's very good in the sense that you gain knowledge, the basics that you have. But at the end of the day, you still have to go to the reality world. So yeah, that the choice to be made, like, is that I just jumped to the career.
Yeah. So when you were saying that you're 20, you gave up your studies, but you still improved yourself. At 20, when you started your first company, what were some of the struggles?
Oh wow, yes. Imagine I am not a scholar.
Yeah.
And I just, like, graduated from Kebangsaan, sorry, what is that called? The secondary school of Kebangsaan School, like, just nearby here, and I just went to, like, British Councils and all that. I never even, like, managed to finish one of my course. I was in a help university by the time. Yeah. So, and imagine I don't have the base that for the whole team, which is managing, or because I do events. When it comes about events, a lot of things you have to manage. People is the key word, like, for networking and all that. So I don't have an experience, and I actually hired a person which is, like, 10 years older than me, to jaga, then to take care of my business. But then I went to China. I got cheated for the first year that I run my show. When I started my first company.
Wait. What were you cheated?
Well, cheated in the sense that I had a scholarship. Remember,
Yes,
I went to China to study Mandarin and all that, and would take care of my whole business. But anyway, when I come back, a lot of things has been moved, like the computers and all that's no longer there, and I mean the money that I paid to pay all these things is not paid. And that was the time that I was an artist. I was a celebrity before, and as well as I have to take care of my companies and all that. So certain of the salary which I had, I supposed to get it from the sponsors and my clients.
Yes.
It was all taken by him. So I didn't realize, and I was like, it was so blurred. And I asked, like, the people, like, do you mind to pay me, like, my salary, because it's been, like, months and months and months. But eventually everything has been taken. But you know what? This is something to share, is that sometimes we as a human, we meet a lot of obstacles. We meet a lot of people, which is bad people. But it's okay, because you never know until, like, when you reach the circumstances. Actually, these all people, they will train you to be a better person. They will train you to be a smarter person. So I learned from all the obstacles that I met. So I won't mentioning that when I meet these people, it's like, in Cantonese, it's like, it's very patent, this and all that. But the thing is that you learn from every person that you met in your life. So this is what I wanted to share with the women nowadays, because a lot of women, like, especially, like, our Chinese, if you're going to the materialistic world and realistic world, you mentioned that they are afraid to be, like, gangsit, right? You know what I mean? So sometimes, right, you can do more, but when you do more, the things that you have learned is much more than an ordinary person. When you work more than 8 hours a day, the things that you have gained for yourself is much more than the people around you.
Those are smarter than you.
Yeah.
But if you put in the hard work, you can actually get things done.
Exactly. So I think hard work that it takes. So yeah, I would say myself like I really work hard for all the things that I wanted to, because a lot of things that, for me, nothing is free lunch. When you want something out there, you still have to work very hard for what you wanted to achieve. That is a goal that we set in our mind. So yeah, this is something that I share.
we both of us are beauty queens, and one thing that we often face is the myth and the rose-colored lenses when people say, "You are 没结吗?" What can you do? How do you tackle that?
What can you do? Okay.
How do you handle that? I mean, when people judge us by the books of the cover.
Yeah, true. Cannot deny that most of the people out there is like, when they look at a beautiful girl, they think that beautiful girl sometimes like it's like a vase.
Yeah.
But for us, when something that you cannot change people's mind, so you have to prove to people, like, because I believe that times can prove everything, because when they know you they think that first year you're like this, A. But when you prove that to people, what have you done and outside, and what is your career, how did you struggle, how did you go like to a circumstances, and that is the things that you've proven, because that is what I mentioned, that time can prove everything. Sometimes you don't need to argue with the person, you don't need to keep mentioning or tell them how good you are, but I think time can prove everything. Yeah, just wait for the time.
During the time that you are going through your struggles, do you have a supportive community?
I don't have any support in the sense of for financials, but I have support from my friends and my families and all that, because that was a time that I struggled between, because after the studies, so after the struggle as to be the start my own company and business, and I'll struggle again with my career in the sense that whether I want to be a businesswoman or I want to be a celebrity, because that was a year I had a 15 years contract in Hong Kong. Yeah, it's a very, very good contract.
That's long.
Yeah, it is. And in the year 2006, I had a very good contract in Philippines as well, which that is the one that makes me really want to be in the entertainment industry. But before that, for me, everything I work is just for money. It's just to support my family and all that. But of course, myself, I still want a good lifestyle for myself. That's why I've chosen a career path rather than study still. So that was a time that I actually pretty struggled with as to be a celebrity or the businesswoman. But at the end of the day, I tried, because everything you need to try before you know whether you like it or not, and whether you can be successful or not. So I flew to Hong Kong and I based there. But because I have my own management company for my event company, so then somehow rather that I cannot be managed, because I know exactly how you manage a person. So and then I had a baby. So that makes me turn back and to be a businesswoman and a mother. So because whenever the things that sometimes in real life, a lot of women, we have a lot of dreams. We want to go, we struggle, we want to go to circumstances. So when you reach there, so you know what are the things that you really want in your life. You can have your fame, you can have your power, you can have your things that you like to do, but that doesn't mean that you're really happy in your life. Because back in Malaysia, I know someone is waiting for me, which my daughter is. I just delivered her and then I fly to Hong Kong and China. Imagine I didn't even do my confinement and all that. 11 days I already flew to China. So yeah, that was in the year 2006. That was the time that I really struggled with my career, my path, my relationship, and everything. So I think nowadays I would say myself is pretty lucky and blessed right now, because everything has been done. Everything is over during my younger age. So that's why I'm in real life, that a lot of things that we have to be responsible for what we did, and we have to be responsible, and there's a choice to be made in our life. So yeah, when you've chosen this, so there's no turning back, just move forward.
I love it. And you said that you're a mother already, and now you have 3, right?
Yeah.
Mother of 3. How is balancing motherhood and business? Because what is happening right now in female entrepreneurship, especially in Malaysia? Many of the women, they are like, if I want to step up to be a businesswoman, but I'm so worried, my family will be affected. But I see you juggling both family and business so well, and taking care of your family. Share with us your secret sauce.
Juggling, it's a very nice word, but struggling is a real word. Actually, it is pretty tough, because in a sense that daytime I have to work, in the morning I have to look at my messages, emails, and texts and all that, and sometimes I work outside. Then my daughter, but I'm very blessed because I have a very supportive family. Yeah, because they are the one who take care of my kids and all the time. Like why like bring them to the schools and fetch them from school and then tuition center and all that. Because when I come back, my job is just to play with them. Listen to what my daughter plays the piano and all that, my son. So most of the time that in the morning, like my family is the one to take care of them, especially when I have the projects coming up, because I'm running Cosmo Ball currently. But back few months ago when my son and my daughter, when they first started the school, I'm the one to take care of them. That was a time that really struggling. Imagine I sleep at 3 and 4. I have to wake up 6 and 7 to take care of my kids. So that few months, because I think that when my son and my daughter, they have to adapt to the new situations and new schools, that is the time that as a mother, you need to have a bonding time with them as well. So you need to take care of them, at least that they feel comfortable at their zone. And then that was the time that I can pass it to my family and take care of them. So nighttime, I still have to work. Sometimes that even when I have to reply my text and all that, my son is next to me. I have to talk on phone and then I have to juggle him because that my son is very clingy to me. It's really, really clingy to me because sometimes that he wait for me until when I come back from dinner only that he will want to go and sleep. If I'm just hanging around in the house when I'm playing my phones and like replying texts and all that, he will just wait around and sleep, toss and turn, just turn around and never sleep. So I have to make myself like at least like half an hour or 1 hour at least to be with him and to take care of him until he sleeps. So yeah, that's why I say I'm struggling with my work and my children. But I think that every woman, when you think that you can do it, you will do it. There's nothing mentioning that, I have no time to take care of my kids. No. It's a mother, when you chose the time, when you choose the choice that to deliver the kid, so there's some of the responsibilities that you have to make to your kids. There's nothing to be mentioned, I have no time for my kid. So I think there's some of the things that you have to sacrifice for your children. Because imagine this is only like how many years? 10 years, 12 years, or 18 years that you can take care of your kids, you can hug him, you can kiss him. But what about when they grow older? He won't even want to touch you. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I'm actually like pretty happy right now, like in the sense that I have my work at the same time I really have to take care of my kids. But what I don't have time for men.
I really respect you, really. You have so much passion. When I'm sitting beside Carrie right now, I'm feeling her passion. I'm feeling that she's so sincere and genuine in, really taking care of her business and her children at the same time, feeling her motherly love right here, right now, experiencing and enjoying it. Yeah. Wow. So talking about your relationships, just a quick one. Really, what do you look for in a man?
Oh my God, I think that I would say myself is a really terrible girlfriend because the things that I don't have is my time or as a wife. So it's like I don't have time for my husband. So because to be very openly, like me and my husband, I would say my ex-husband, is very good friends right now. So some of the time that he's also very nice when it comes to Malaysia, he would take care of my daughter, the second daughter. So because 3 of my children is in different school. So imagine like I'm actually have to send this to A school, B school, and the C school. So then my ex-husband is very nice to me. Like he would take care of my daughter. And whenever then I'm free, then he would just give it back to me. So it's very nice in the sense that he's in Malaysia right now, take care of my daughter, and then he has his own business in Singapore as well, and as well as in Hong Kong. He flies everywhere. So yeah, that's why I say that in relationship I might be not as good as what I should be as a woman, because I have to make my choice, because as I mentioned that everyone have a choice to be made. When I have to really take good care of my family, my children, and my career and my house and all that, so some things you have to sacrifice. I don't have time for relationship. Wow. Yeah.
But I really respect that you put your priority, family, at least, still, giving your whole heart out. Because I can feel it. When I'm sitting beside you, I can feel it. Wow, I'm really so, 感动. Very awesome. So now that you are doing Cosmo Ball, Cosmo World, and you are, you have been doing this for 12 years.
Yes.
Since you won the international pageant. And I have not seen somebody doing pageant for so many years, And I really see that you are the number one in Malaysia. So share with us, why are you so passionate about doing this?
Okay. This one have to be start back then when I was 18 years old. So I started to join beauty pageant when I was 18. In fact, before 18, my dad had to sign because that I am a sportswoman before, and I was just a girl out there searching for my dream, searching for my goal, because that I am not that beautiful, not feminine. I'm very tomboyish at the time. So that is the time that when I was given the opportunity to join beauty pageant, and I went through it. So the courses and the training and the things that have been learned in the beauty pageant is actually makes me who I am right now. So that's why I have the passion in grooming people. Yeah, just like you're doing this like so rich women, like empowerment, like, you know, like something that we can do for ladies, we can do for women, because that a lot of the ladies out there, especially in young generation, they doesn't know what they want. So they can, because when you're struggling into looking what are the things that you want in your life, you can just start it like by beauty pageant. You let them groom you first, because you never know until you try. Because like, you know why? Pageant nowadays is not only being like good looking, but it train you as to build your confidence, and then like your passion, and as well as like teamwork. Because sometimes when in the reality show, you need teamwork. When you work in any of the circumstances, any of the companies, there's the time that we mix around with a lot of people. But a beauty pageant is the shortest moment, like within the 2 weeks time, you meet people around the world, and you have to cooperate with them, you have to blend to the circle, and as well as mix along with a lot of sponsors and a lot of CSR project where you can contribute a service to the community. So those are the things that you learn within the shortest time. Likewise, you have learned like 2 years. Just 2 weeks, but you learn something like within the 2 years. That's why I have the passion in it, like to groom girls, because when I see from A and then they jump to S or T, Z, U, until Z, that is the satisfaction in my heart. Like I can see a girl, like you bring the shine like in her face. Wow. When they can walk beautifully, when they have confidence, that's the thing that when I see, that is the satisfactions in my heart. So that's why I run from first year till the 12 years that I'm still running it. Yeah.
You are like Asia's Tyra Banks. You are like Asia's Tyra Banks, you know. So awesome. And in these 12 years, and you're doing all this beauty pageant, and you're doing this brand, right, Cosmos. And what are some of the, you know, laughters and success and some difficult times probably you may have faced in the 12 years doing this brand? Because running a business in 1 year is so easy.
Yeah.
Starting something is really easy.
Yeah.
创业容易，守业难。
Yes, you're very right in Mandarin. So, okay, when you first started, like, you need a lot of people, like, a teamwork to actually help you up. But what is the difficulties that I met is actually, most of the time, it's like, when you put your heart out there, like, to take care of the ladies and, training them and all that, when you have, like, some negative comments, so that breaks your heart. But sometimes in real life, we have to learn something like from all this, that you cannot please everyone in the world. There must be someone who is out there which is against you. This is natural. We live in a round world. It's a human nature. Like you have earth, you have water, you have like what else? Sea, metal, everything. So the people, our world is also very different in the sense that not everyone that you can please. But what you can do is just do your best. Because when you do your best, you're really a responsible person. You leave it to the God, and where everything's that you go, hopefully, and pray that it will be smooth. Because sometimes in humanity, ladies' worlds, you know exactly how ladies can be when you don't win the pageant.
Oh, yes.
When you don't win any of the title. So there must be like dissatisfactions in your heart and all that. But for this moment, it's just a very short term. When you go through it, you really go through it. Because sometimes like you don't need to. 就是 in Mandarin 不要计较这么多，只看自己可以做的，可以付出的多么这么多。Yeah, so like you just have to look for yourself, like how you can sacrifice, how you can how you can contribute your service to others, but you don't need to like care that much for negative statements and all that. But to mention about this, because in the past I actually very concerned and I care a lot with words and all that, because that when you do something with your heart and passion and sincere, but sometimes you have some negative statements back, but yeah, that breaks my heart. But sometimes I learn nothing you can do.
Yeah, but how do you overcome this mindset?
Just find this mindset, just do something where you can make yourself be a happy, like wise example. Mix around with more people, which is like with the positive aura, like with you. And like just go for like high tea, whatever things that, and you can speak with others which you think that's comfortable. Like the people that you learn, because there's a choice to be made. Who are the friends that you mix up with?
Yes.
They come in your life. A lot of people, they come and go in your life. There's nothing that we can stop. There's nothing we can control. But there's a choice to be made whether you still want the relationship to go on or not. Yeah, so then you have to overcome it in a sense that you mix around with the happier people, the positive person, and you can go for spa, you can go like traveling to relax your mind and all that. When you come back, still another person. So still you, but you just move to a next level and what you have to do for your next. So you don't like struggle, keep thinking what has been there.
Wow.
Just move forward.
Wow, I love her positive energy. Guys, if you're watching this, I can feel it. It's all here. Okay, so one more thing is when, you have seen hundreds and hundreds of girls gone through your platform and so many international women from all over the world, has been on your platform. And what are some of the common, kind of like things that, or negative thoughts or limiting beliefs that these girls actually have during that moment in time before they get transformed to the Z?
What do you mean?
Okay, like for example, when you see so many people, but what are some of the common problems that you see in the girls?
The common problems that I seen in the girls. Okay.
Like issues they face when they come for the beauty pageant.
Are the lack of confidence, the lack of security. Because girls, they came from different places, like different environment, different culture and all that. When they have to come to Malaysia, they're struggling with the language as well, the culture that we have. So because they are not like used to the time and the programs that we set like within the 2 weeks. But remember just now when I mentioned, it's just within the 2 weeks time, you tend to learn something for 2 years. Imagine how many things that we actually put in their schedules and their routine and all that. But when they come to Malaysia, they feel insecure. Because when the times like, especially because everyone have our emotions, everyone have like, throughout the beauty pageants, like first year, second year, third year, very happy, very energetic, throughout the middle of the beauty pageant, especially when some of the subsidiary title winner has been announced, they feel insecure. They feel like, oh my God, it's like closing to the final. They have stress. They are afraid. A lot of things that they miss home. They miss their families and all that. So these are the things that you really have to go through it. But that's why I have my trainers. I have my professionals, like team, to actually train them, even in their heart, in their mind. And so you still have to educate them. You still have to train them. You still have to tell them, how you're going to cope with difficulties, how you're going to go through it. Because everybody like struggle. We've been through beauty pageant. I was struggling 40 days in overseas. Imagine I was just 19 by the time. So we cry, we have emotions, we have anger and all that. It's actually very normal. But what's happened, like how do you go through it? So that's very important. How you accept all this like natural things that's going to happen like within us. So that's very important that we must understand. This is a round world. So a lot of obstacles in your life, a lot of things that it's happened. So we have to go through it. But you believe in yourself. You just do your responsibility as what your objective is when you come here, is to go through the beauty pageant and be beautiful on stage, to learn something, and if it's possible, aim for citizens of the title and make yourself a queen out there.
Wow. Yeah. Wow, I love it, man. Wow, you feel like giving a speech. But okay, have you considered writing a book, or have you written a book?
I haven't.
You should put all these things down into a book or something, a video series or something that girls can just keep watching and learning from you. You have so much things to share.
I think I'll be struggling with English as well. Imagine, like, I'm not like education scholars, but I need someone to write for me. But if there's any opportunity, I would love to, because I think when you think that the influentials like to others, so I think a lot of things are true. Your words, it's true, like social media and TV, and I would love to share my story with others, because I've been there. Like I came from a poor family before, I have to mention. So and everything that I have right now is actually pretty blessed, and it's all gifted by God and all that. But a lot of the times when opportunity comes, you have to grab it. So yeah, you have to grab it when opportunity comes, because time and tide wait for no man. So you still have to go for it. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm now sitting here and in Carrie's house, and her house is so beautiful. I noticed that there's European designs, and the whole feel is so cozy. I mean, all these things were done by you alone?
Yeah, I have my own concept, but I asked like my ID to actually draw the measurements and all that, but every single of the details is the things that I want it to be. Because for me, I like something with bling bling, and I like white, because my first company when I first started, it's called White Fairy. Oh, the color is similar, white and pink, which is like pink is represent women, and white is actually I love everything with purity and sincerity.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's why I like my company is called White Fairy. I like white and pink. So in the house, you can see a lot of elements is in white and bling bling, because for me it's like, in the past, I'm just like a wood. I don't have shines and I'm not polished. When I joined some beauty pageants, when I joined some courses and all that, it polished myself to be shining on stage, to be a shiny person, like happier and all that. So that's why I like something to do with bling bling. As you can see, citizens of my houses, a lot of lightings.
Yes.
And a lot of angels around as well.
Yeah. The moment I walk in, your
from a car wash.
car wash is already with angels.
Angels, and my kitchen as well.
And the front door.
Front door. Yes. Because that, I think in my life, I have a lot of angels around, like friends, family members and all that. Even as you can see, certain of my artwork, like the art that I've chosen, I love kids. And I love like angels surrounded me all the time. That's why even my perfume is like angels as well. Yeah, that's why I like the concept. As I think when you have to build a network, people is very important, and how you treasure relationship, how you treasure friendship. So that's very important. That's why I like all this European style, the angels, bling bling and white things, like as to be the elements of my designs.
Yes, and I see that now you have come up with your own range of products.
Oh, yeah.
You want to show us what products do you have?
Oh, okay. So first of all, this is the packaging of CL. C, it's Carrie, Lee, it's me. CL. And so this is my company, CL Skin. So this is my company.
And what do you have in the range?
In my range, this is my own collections for my own brands of skincare, and I have serum, Ultimate Hydra Serum, and I have the EE cream. So I put it on my face right now, early in the morning. So this is my product. As you can see, I'm using it. It's not a replica, but I'm using it daily. So I've been doing this for the past 3 years, and before that, when I first started this business, it was actually I started with the passion when I pregnant, because I have 3 kids.
Yes.
Imagine within this 6 years I pregnant and I deliver my baby, pregnant and deliver my baby. I don't want to waste my time. That's why I started with an online business. At first, when I sell ladies, everything that I like, I make it into Carrie's collection. I can sell it out. I don't want to waste the clothes that I wear before. So I started as a pre-use, and as well as the things that I've seen in the skincare, the cosmetics that I use. I would love to share with friends what are the things that I'm using, because a lot of people ask what are you use, and
correct.
Sharing and all that. So as well, I just put it on my online.
So what's the purpose? The main mission?
In the past, I do it for my passion, and I do it for charity, because all the money that I've earned in my WeChat and Facebook, I donate it out.
Wow.
When I first when it comes for online business, I started I think around 6 years ago. How big is my second daughter? So and then that was the time that I do for charity and all that. But before that, everything's about passion, because I want women to be beautiful. That's why I want to share the things I've used to the ladies out there. So and then finally, years come by, within these 2 years, and then I penetrate into my own business, which is Carrie's Collection and CL Skin. And then I started nail, because I love to do nails. My hand is very rough, but I never give up on my hand, because I play handball. I'm a state player for handball and all that when I was younger. So that's why I wanted to jaga beautifully. I take good care of myself. That's why I had this nail parlor, nail salon.
Wow, where is that?
It's nearby. It's actually opposite Desa Park City. A lot of retail shops. Yeah, it's actually combined together with a hair salon, which is called KL Culture. It's in Bandar Manjalara.
We must go visit.
To drop by, and that's why I have the passion in grooming ladies, and even because I think beautiful woman is not only by outlook, not only by just the face itself, but the hand, the body, and your leg, from top to toe. You also have to be beautiful. Of course, it's the best that if the heart is beautiful, that is the ultimate. Ultimate. So that is why I think I started with this. Aquabi, the Hydra Serum, and EE Cream, because you have to protect your skin.
Yeah, but why do you choose only these 2 products in your range? I mean, usually people will have 10 products, so many, right? But why do you specifically choose only these two?
These two I can bring to overseas easily, and I think that this is the most important products as a woman should have, because first of all, you need to moisturize your face, and secondly, you need to protect your face. When you moisturize, beauty from inside out. Moisturize your face from inside, like how you're gonna make your face brighter with moisture, and how you're gonna protect your skin, because we have sun, UV rays and all that, so you have to protect your skin. So moisture, and as well as you protect your skin from the UV rays. So that's why I have only these two products, because imagine like sometimes when it comes for other skincare, because we use skincare, we have to change like from 6 months or 12 months every time, because our face, we're gonna immune to certain of the skincare. That's why you have to keep changing and changing, because for me, like I try a lot of skincare, and that is why I love to share the skincare that I've used. Example, a lot of A, B, C, and D products, and then I would love to share in my social media as well. The things I've used, I've shared with others, because as mentioned, I do Carrie's collection, meaning that I can have a lot of brands that I have used, and I bring it back to Malaysia, and I can share with others. I can sell it in my Carrie's collection. That is why I only use this specifically of these two, where I can handle myself, because I don't have any of the agencies or any of the partners to do my business. So that's
You're
why
doing this yourself?
Yes.
Wow.
That's why.
真的是女强人耶，真的很棒。
Thank you, babe.
Yeah, wow. Okay, so let's talk about this now.
Yeah. This is the
Yeah. So don't worry, we'll edit a little bit.
a little bit. So
Yeah, okay, so about this first, okay.
This is the ring. Imagine I love like Europe style. I love rings, angels, and all that. Even this,
yeah.
when you combine together, is actually a ring.
Can you put it closer? Okay. Yeah, that's true.
It's a ring. When you turn around, it's still a ring. Yeah. So that's why I love angels.
Yeah, angels brought you here.
Yeah.
So let's talk about your upcoming event, your Cosmo Ball.
Yeah, my Cosmo Ball are this year. I make it into Cosmo Ball because I want it to be like annually, because like students of the perceptions, because there's too many pageants in Malaysia.
All right.
So that's why I want something to be different. I make it into not merely to mention Miss Chinese Cosmos or Miss Cosmo World, and I run as to be Cosmo Ball, like with.
Yeah, why do you do that? How do you think about this idea?
Because that for me, I believe that everyone, like even not mentioning either man or women, they want to be beautiful. They love to be beautiful, because it's a platform for them to do some networking and to dress up beautifully. That's why every year I'll do some theme. Like this year I'm doing like Gets Me Glamorous, because we want to see ladies with confidence to make themselves like glamour, like even they attend like events and all that. That's why I make it into like annual thing like Cosmo Ball. So rather than to be named as Miss Cosmo World. So that's why, as you can see from here, so this is my designs like for my invitation card, like per person, which is going to be happen on the 12th of November. So anyone who see this, if you are interested to come over and see my shows, you can do come and talk with Janisha.
Then let me know. Then we can coordinate. Okay.
Yeah. So this is the things that I've been running, because that I believe that human is about network. So you can make your network over there. You can make friends as well, because like we came from like for this show, I have about 20 countries altogether. So I bring them into Malaysia, and I hope that they can share the culture. They can share the network with some friends who is coming on my show. So and then you can see something very different. Like it's not merely a beauty pageant, but it's all about party, just something happening out there. You can drink as much as you want to be. You can meet friends, and you can be beautiful. The most importantly, that I want to bring something like to do with fashion, to do with the beautiful things, like women empowerment, that you can bring yourself beautifully, like not merely like on stage, but as well as even as an audience.
Just curious, because earlier on you mentioned there are a lot of beauty pageants in Malaysia. I mean, we have really seen quite a lot recently. How do you, you said you differentiate, but what are some of the things that you are doing that's differentiating your beauty pageant with other beauty pageants here in Malaysia?
I think there's a lot of organizers run a beauty pageant in Malaysia, as in Southeast Asia as well. But I think every of the beauty pageant, they have their own objective and their own goodness out there. But for me, I would differentiate my beauty pageant with others. I think that I provide more shows for the ladies, because I believe that practice makes perfect. Because for me, I cooperate with a lot of like people out there, like Rotary Club, Ferrari Club, and like Porsche Club and all that, because that the more that you collaborate with others, the more publicity that you have, and the more practice the girls should have. Because that for me, I'm a person which are open to like ideas, like to cooperate with many people. Because that when you run a show, you know, a lot of people that think this is a one-man show. I guess I run everything from top to toe. But in the sense that for the middles of the process of the beauty pageant, I cooperate with a lot of like sponsors like Queen City Mall, and I have a press conference on the 5th of November, 3 p.m. Feel free to come to KL. That is the shows that we have a talent, a performance and all that. Because the more that you cooperate with others, the more shows it is, the more publicity you are. Then I have a lot of social media to come and join us as well. Of course, we wish to have you.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, and then I think the shows which just makes things perfect. As you can see, like the way they poised, the post, and the way the confidence that they have on the stage is very different. Because I'm in the industry for many years already. If it started from modeling world, it's been 16 years in the industry. So, and then you can see the very specifically in details how they poise, how they stand. I'm a very strict person in the sense that I want everything to be synchronized. I want everything to be like very precise. And even when I'm actually pretty strict in a way, because
I can vouch for that. I was a contestant in 2011. I can vouch for that.
Even when you walk on stairs, I don't want to listen like boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
You know the sound?
When you walk, you must sway your hips.
Swing a little bit.
Yeah.
But, and then like, even when you're on stairs, like you cannot have the weight on your heels. We will train you as to be a real, like, lady. Like we want everything to be very precise. We have, right now we have more teachers to come in, like even like graduated from London, even from the locals, and even the one who have title, they will come and do some sharings with all the ladies. That's why I think education is very important.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, how you're gonna train your ladies is also very important. The efforts, the time that you spend with the ladies is also important. So that's why not talking about how good is my beauty pageant is, but I think that everyone should deserve a try. So if you're 18 to 28 years old, you should come and join us. Like not merely this year, because we still have like our closing dates on 22nd of October. 22nd of October. Women's around the world. So long you're 18 to 28 years old, never been married, never been pregnant, you can join.
Okay, yeah. I've got 2 more questions for you. Soul Rich Woman is a platform where we believe in collaborations and not competition. How do you set your mind on, you said that in your business, in your pageant, you also do a lot of collaboration so that people will have more support, right? The girls have more support, more publicity, more exposure. What made you want to go on this route instead of this path, instead of, competition, competing with other people?
What makes me to go through this?
The collaboration. What makes you think collaboration is important?
Yeah, it's very important because that sometimes when you have to do, example, if you were to have to bake a cake yourself, and if you eat everything yourself, it's very full, right?
But very fat.
Very fat and full. Imagine if the cake that you share with every women's out there who enjoy the high tea, you bring some elements of high tea, the people, the products to come in together, it's definitely become a very beautiful party. So why not you share the things that you collaborate with others? So that is why I think we should do collaborations in terms of not mentioning about A, B, and C, but women empowerment, like So Rich Women's Beauty Clubs and all that. So we can actually cooperate with others, because that sometimes when you have to do something with a lot of people around, that makes it more perfectly great. So.
Wow. Last question. What is the one advice you will give to a girl who's watching this? Okay, in fact, 2 advice. One for a girl who's willing to join a beauty pageant, sitting on the fence, like you last time, tomboy, not knowing that what's her potential. What would you give her the advice? That's first one. Second one would be, what would you give an advice for a current beauty queen, okay, who has won the title? How should she move forward to the next level?
All right. Wow. Okay. First of all, to the ladies out there, if you have never been trying a beauty pageant, or even you have tried, you think like you're disappointed and all that, never give up to yourself. Believe in yourself, because I believe that every woman deserves a try. And you never know until you try. This is what I learned back then when I was sportswoman. You have to try no matter what. And even if you have failed, never give up. So you can always come back, and even if you didn't win of any of the pageant, but the process that you have been undertaken in that beauty pageants campaign and all that, and the whole process that you have been joining it brings something back to you, the fond memories, the things you have been learned, the experience that has been made, that no one can have it but you yourself who is joining, and like be in it. So, but the one who already won the title, so I think that everyone, you have to plan ahead what is the goal that you want to make, because that's a choice to be made in every women's, the path that you wanted to take. Either you want to be a businesswoman, either you want to be a celebrity, either you want to be social, to do with social responsibilities, as to use your title and influence others, to do your title to be involved in like more social responsibilities work. And I think that you have to plan ahead, because that you never know until you try. Because every circumstances, when we go through to a circumstances and to a different level, that's all of the road paths that I mentioned just now. We tried it all. Then only you know what are the best for yourself. But you have to. Nothing just came from out there. You have to go for it. When opportunity comes, when the people that you meet in your life, when you think, I have this salon, I'm looking for ambassador, I'm looking for marketing manager, just go for it, just try. You never know until you try. But every opportunity that you undertake, you must do it with your passion, you must do it 100% all out. Because that I believe that women, there's no how to say that?
There's no no ugly woman, only lazy
ones out there. And also in a sense that we have to try no matter what, like into different career and path, but you have to know what's the best for yourself. So that's very important. Yeah.
Wow, this is super awesome sharing that I'm hearing. Sitting beside her, I'm feeling all the love, the passion, the energy that Carrie has. All of the show notes will be on soulrichwoman.com. Bye.
Thank you, Janisha.
You're welcome. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm so honored that we are connected, and I hope that I can continue to serve you as you build your dreams. And if you love this episode, and I hope that you did, rate it 5 stars. Give us that glowing review, because it will help more women around the world finding the Soul Rich Woman podcast. Alone you are strong, together we are unstoppable. Now share this with every woman who needs it, because this is how we are changing the world, one woman at a time. As always, get out of your comfort zone and go towards the dreams you've always wanted to achieve. For women who love the F word, being fabulous, having freedom, and financial independence. My dear soul rich woman, sending you my love, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye for now.